مين هم مجموعة البيلدر؟ وليه في ناس بتقول إن هم بيجتمعوا سنوياً؟ بيتكلموا عن إيه؟ وليه في سرية؟ هل هدفهم هو حكم العالم؟
So over there, the world's power elite are gathering.
We all talk about a democracy that isn't there.
People want to know what's going on, what we're talking about.
A global tyranny that would have made George Orwell wince.
Crashed into one of the towers.
Why is it that for years it was even denied the Bilderberg Group even existed?
There are splits among the people who run modern capitalist societies, and so they have meetings.
هل مجموعة البيلدر هم صفوة الأقوياء اللي فعلياً بيحكموا العالم النهاردة؟ هل بيتحكموا في رؤساء واقتصادات العالم لصيانة مصالحهم وسايبيننا إحنا نؤمن إن لينا صوت ومن حقنا نختار؟ أنا لما اتولدت كان جدودي الاتنين ماتوا خلاص، بس سمعت عنهم حكايات كتير. خلاصة اللي فهمته من الحكايات دي هو إني لازم أصدق وأؤمن بقدراتي ويبقى عندي مبادئ، وإن الفكرة ساعات كتير بتكون أهم مني. أنا فعلاً صدقت في قدراتي وتمسكت بشوية مبادئ كده، ولما اتجهت من دراسة الاقتصاد والشغل في البورصة للمسرح شفت أهمية العمل الجماعي اللي في الفرق المسرحية عشان تنجح فكرة أو مشروع. واتعلمت على الرغم من إني أحياناً قد أكون ساذج إلا إني دايماً أكون رافض لأي ظلم. مش غريب إننا نسمع عن أفراد بيشكلوا مجموعات هدفها امتلاك القوة والسمو فوق الشعوب وفوق الديمقراطية.
Bilderberg Group.
بس في مجموعة كده ناس كتير بتعتبرهم مجلس قيادة العالم اسمهم مجموعة البيلدر. مين الناس دي؟
The billionaires, politicians, bankers, and European royalty.
So over there, the world's power elite are gathering.
People want to know what's going on, what we're talking about.
If we cross that police tape, we'll be arrested.
بالنسبة لي اللي بيتقال عن السرية المفرطة للمجموعة دي مثير للريبة. هما بيحاولوا يخبوا إيه بالظبط؟ ده لو كانوا مخبيين حاجة. بس حتى مع سريتهم الشديدة نقدر نعرف شوية حقائق. نعرف مثلاً إن اجتماعات مجموعة البيلدر بدأها الأمير برنارد أمير هولندا في سنة 1954 في فندق بيلدر في هولندا، وده يفسر اسم المجموعة، وإنها بتقام كل سنة في مكان مختلف. وصفحة المجموعة على الإنترنت بتقول إن مسموح للمشاركين استخدام أي معلومة حصلوا عليها من الاجتماعات بشرط عدم الكشف عن أسماء المتحدثين أو المشاركين. ديفيد آيك صحفي بريطاني صاحب أكثر من 20 كتاب وباحث في نظريات المؤامرة وعنده اهتمام خاص بمجموعة البيلدر، فأكيد يقدر يكلمني عنهم.
Can you tell me about when the Bilderberg Group first met and for what exactly?
The Bilderberg Group first met in 1954 at the Bilderberg Hotel in Oosterbeek, Holland. To understand the timing of the creation of the Bilderberg Group is to understand what World War II was really about. Wars are used to transform a society. The status quo is gone and you create another. And in the aftermath of World War II, that's when the status quo was transformed into a world structure. That's when globalization really started to take off. And in there is the Bilderberg Group in 1954, which was part of this coordination strategy between different countries to create this common push in a desired direction. This is a classic organization drawing together prominent and influential people in all areas of human life. Politicians, some journalists who have a golden rule: you don't report what happened at the Bilderberg meeting. These are military people, intelligence people, many heads of major global corporations. And what the Bilderberg Group is a way of bringing these people together to form a common policy. And many of the people, most of the people that turn up have no idea what the big goal is. And a lot of these people come and go, and are never seen again. They're just useful in a short space of time. But then you have others like David Rockefeller, who has been involved in the Bilderberg Group from the start. Henry Kissinger, the same. These people span the whole period of the group's existence.
Couldn't we say that they were or are just some sort of a lobby group that are protecting their interest?
A lobby group for what is the question I would have. This is not a lobby group for a certain company, even a lobby group for a certain government. Why is it that for years it was even denied the Bilderberg Group even existed? They are a global elite which work to push human society into the direction of a global tyranny that would have made George Orwell wince.
هي بتفكر في ايه؟ احنا ليه دايما بنلوم اي حد غير نفسنا على كل المشاكل اللي بتحصل في العالم؟ احنا دايما بنلوم غيرنا لما بنحس ان ما باليد حيلة. ايوه بس مش جايز الناس دي ما تكونش جماعة سرية وتكون جماعة خصوصية مثلا؟
من المكتوب والواضح عن المجموعة يبدو إن هم بلا شك قوة ضخمة، ولكن في مجموعات كتير برضو بتجتمع زي الجي 7 والجي 20. بس الاختلاف هنا إن دول اجتماعاتهم مش سر. المهم في أي حال هي نواياهم. وبالمناسبة لو هم دول اللي بيحكموا العالم فعلا من الظل، أحب أوضح إن هم مضيعيننا. أو يجوز مثلا ده اللي هم عايزينه. هو لما الناس دي بتجتمع وبيتناقشوا عن مكان ما في العالم بعدها مثلا تقوم فيه حرب، هل دي بتبقى مجرد صدفة؟ على سبيل المثال في ناس بتدعي إن ما يسمى بصدمة البترول اللي حصلت في سنة 1973 لا يمكن تكون ليها دعوة بمجموعة البيلدربرج زي ما في غيرهم بيزعم. ببساطة لأن مثلا هنري كيسنجر وزير الخارجية الأمريكي ما حضرش اجتماع المجموعة في السنة دي. وفي السنة اللي بعدها سنة 1974 في المؤتمر الصحفي بعد اجتماع المجموعة، الأمير برنار مؤسس المجموعة قال تصريحات لافتة جدا.
Le thème, c'était la possible crise d'énergie. Sans savoir, nous étions des petits prophètes et la crise d'énergie est venue beaucoup plus vite que tout le monde des participants ont pensé.
هل سلاح المجموعة دي ممكن يكون رأس المال على حساب الديمقراطية؟ أنا هطرح السؤال ده على الاقتصادي الأمريكي ريتشارد دي وولف.
I wanted to talk to you about the Bilderberg Group. Why do you think these people meet regularly?
There are splits and disagreements among the people who run modern capitalist societies. And one of the big issues they disagree about is whether or not they really can rely on the capitalist system and the market to manage modern society in a way that allows them to keep their dominant position, their wealth, their influence, and so on. There are those who believe that the market is a fantastic institution, that if each corporation does exactly what is most profitable for it, this will work out to be the best possible society for everyone. Then there are other corporate leaders who say that the levels of inequality common to capitalist societies create severe vulnerability, that you are going to make the mass of people who have middle or low income eventually decide to use their political power, they are the majority, to use politics to undo the results of a capitalist private economic market system. And that therefore you must take steps to deal with that. Notice, everybody's agreed among them that what they want is capitalism to continue. The people to run the corporations continue. But one group doesn't want to worry about taking care of social problems, and the other group does. And so they have meetings because these disagreements can become explosive.
Do you think this group uses their capital to overcome democracy and the will of the people?
They have no interest in democracy. They never did. And let me explain why. Every one of these people, they operate their enterprises in a fundamentally anti-democratic way. For example, the board of directors does not submit its proposals or its strategies to the entire employees to get their approval. That would be a democratic way to run an enterprise. They don't do that. What the enterprise is in capitalism is a systematic training of the population against democracy. If you spend 5 days a week, 9 to 5, at your factory or in your office, you are in an environment that teaches you to accept orders from whoever is above you in the hierarchy. There is no democratic control. We all talk about a democracy that isn't there. And partly the talk is a compensation because it isn't the reality. 300 years ago, we got rid of kings, but the kings didn't go away. They were clever. They went inside the capitalist corporation and they changed their name. It's now CEO.
Would you say that these kind of groups are think tanks, or they're rather the biggest capitalist lobby ever?
I prefer the lobby because thinking is not their strong suit. What they do is they hire people to do the thinking for them. I went to all the elite schools in this country. I know all these people. They're managers. That's what they've been trained to do, to manage, to identify who they can rely on, who has technical knowledge of this or that. So they bring people like me, a critic of the system. They want to know how people like me look at all of this. And I always have an ambivalent feeling, wondering to myself, who am I helping here? These are not my people,
We are laughing, but it actually feels hopeless. Do you think there is any way around this?
In the heyday, when these systems are powerful, they are powerful because they have persuaded the mass of people that it must be this way.
من أيام ما كنت بسمع قصص عن جدي الله يرحمه، وأنا كان عندي مفهوم بطولي رومانسي عن العالم. ولما كبرت شوية واتعلمت، اكتشفت إن التحدي الحقيقي هو إنك تحافظ على الطاقة اللي جواك وتصدق إنك تقدر تكون جزء من التغيير. في خطورة إن الواحد يؤمن إنه مسلوب القوة، إن صوته ما يفرقش، إن اعتراضه ما يهمش. وعشان كده هفضل أدور وأسأل وأعقلها وأتوكل.